There he is again. Hasan is streaming.
The authorities are saying this is him, then yes, the rapper dude is him.
Silver Honda Fit.
This is a photojournalist who works with the Sun Times. Actually. Yeah. Okay, if the photojournalist of the Sun Times is posting this, then it's most likely him. Yeah, this is the rapper guy that everybody found. Understand why you have to fucking wait. Understand why you have to wait. Right? You get it? Do you understand? Do you understand? If the cops are fucking correct, and this is the actual suspect, yep, that's what they showed. Okay, got it. Only then can you make these sorts of assertions. These sorts of assumptions. You get it, right? You understand it, right? You don't want to fucking ruin some random person's life. You always have to be right. You don't have to be fast. You don't have to be first on scene. It's better to be right. And the confirmation is an absolute necessity before you move on with stuff like this. Now we can actually look at some of the things that he fucking wrote.
Picture, and please forgive me because the paper is.
But also remember that they can still be wrong.
As you see, I have my umbrella, but
cops could be wrong in this situation.
Officials in Highland Park, and this is a picture of the suspect that they are looking for. And we're going to see. I'm sorry, I'm trying to make sure that this picture is as clear as possible. This is who they're looking for. Again, this picture just given to me. This is Robert Cremo. This is the 22-year-old shooter that police say that they are looking for. I should say alleged shooter that they are looking for. Again, driving a 2010 silver Honda Fit.
Cops said 22, he's 21, though they might have just been... I mean, the same cops also said this is him. And that is the archive footage. Like, this is the rapper with the archive footage. This is the same fucking person. This is him.
Driving a 2010 silver Honda Fit.
Where he's like showcasing himself as a school shooter.
This is who they're looking for.
This is what I saw originally, and I thought, look, this is a perfect narrative. It perfectly fits. It perfectly fucking it perfectly corresponds to what is going on. There's doodles of him shooting what it looks like are innocent people in that music video that he posted. This is archive footage that's not new. It's from October 15, 2021. So, yes, it did perfectly fit what we have seen so many times over. But that doesn't matter. Okay? YouTube allowed that? Brother, there is so many things on YouTube that you do not understand. That you will not be able to comprehend, okay?
Stop and
what does it say on the newspaper in the background?
like a sleepwalker.
Yeah, there's fucking porn on YouTube, brother. What do you mean? Oh man, YouTube is allowing that.
And while we don't have a specific
it's Lee Harvey. Wait, oh.
Doctors say it was definitely around 4 or 5 kids who were injured. Now, doctors say 20 of the people have been discharged and sent home so far. 2 patients are still here at Highland Park Hospital. 1 has been sent to Evanston, and a child has been sent to Comer Children's Hospital. Meanwhile, doctors say when they heard about this tragedy, they mobilized quickly, and they described how they trained for something like this.
We use some internal processes to mobilize resources. Our wonderful surgical and trauma staff were immediately alerted through emergency messaging that we had a number of patients that were going to need emergency medical services and their evaluation. On top of that, many other emergency physicians, pediatricians, internists, surgeons, trauma surgeons, anesthesiologists, and others were also notified and mobilized to help take care of the number of patients that were coming in. All of us have gone through extensive training. We go through a number of different programs, training. We practice for these events, even though we hope they never happen. And so I think our team very handle the situation today. Of course, we provide services that include social work and
He has a
we have
Discord called
others
SS.
involved
His
that our
only post
team,
there reads
as well as
fucking
our
commies.
patients,
Dudes
will
was
have a chance
100%
to
a
talk
Nazi
to
piece of shit.
therapists and
Okay.
counselors to debrief
It's not.
after something
It's
that
not
is,
surprising.
so traumatic.
But we don't. That's not 100%.
Doctors here at Highland Park Hospital describe.
I mean, the imagery on this also corresponds to like alt-right kid rabbit hole shit. Okay, the imagery on this alone, like the symbolism, school shootings, all that sort of stuff, oftentimes is similar to 4chan culture. Stop sending me a fucking bro. Stop. Please stop sending me fucking oh. Of course he's gonna get more subscribers. There's 50,000 people in here, and hella people fucking are probably aggressively searching on Poll and in other places, in Discord servers and whatnot, to find every fucking crumb of evidence and possibly try and archive it before YouTube and Instagram and everyone else fucking takes this shit down, to get a better understanding of what the shooter's motive might be if they are the fucking shooter. That is the purpose, right? That is the goal. This isn't any different than the other last dozen of shootings that have happened in the last week. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna look through some of this stuff. Doesn't that square use of his symbol? Here, I'll unmute this. I'm looking at some of the footage
The mayor just walked
to
by
see if there's
and
anything relevant
started-
there, okay?
They started handing out stuff, for the kids, and then this happened pretty quickly. I heard 10:14 on the news earlier.
What did you guys end up doing? What did you do?
So I was here with my wife and my two kids and my parents, and sent my wife running with the two kids while I helped get my parents and my aunt started to get moving and clear the area, and then we just drove.
What do you mean?
and
Look at
just
his
made
Twitter, it's
sure
still
that
active.
Everybody that we came with had a ride back out of the area.
Together with our kids and wife, family, and just ran. We ran as fast and far as we possibly could, and ducked into this coffee shop and waited for somebody to pick us up.
How you guys feeling now? I mean, it's kind of eerie. This would have been full of people.
Yeah, completely. I horrified. I don't think anybody's ready to even begin to even feel the full effect of it.
Those were those two fathers, Nate and Michael, just talking about the horrific situation that they were in with their children, scooping them up, running away from here. And the first person you heard was a mother whose child was here with her father during the parade, and she woke up to a text message that said that the shooting had happened. The child's father and her daughter, okay, they survived the shooting. They were also not injured, but still a very scary situation as police try to track down the shooter, who has finally now been identified but not caught just yet. So any information, please pass that on to Highland Park Police, Illinois State Police, any police agency, so they can try to track down that shooter. Reporting live here at Central and St. John, Christian Farr, NBC 5 News.
Hard to imagine what the community has gone through. That the trauma.
By the way,
that's
I'm
going to
running
follow all of
I'm running the top of the hour ad break again. Okay, here's a 1 minute ad break right now. Okay, even though things are a mess, I'm happy to be here, laughing while processing an event like this. Yes. Dude, listen. The person that the police are saying is responsible okay, or rather the person of interest that they have named is Robert E. Cremo III, okay? This person has like some level of media movement beforehand. They are like a failed rapper and a skateboarder. They have an IMDb page. They're known professionally as Awake the Rapper, is an American rapper, singer, songwriter, actor, and director from Chicago, Illinois. The hip-hop phenom. Most of the stuff is like personally written, by the way. No one would call this person a fucking phenom. Is mostly known for his hit song On My Mind, which was released October 8th, 2018. The track has amassed millions of plays so far across streaming platforms. Like, he's not. He just personally fucking wrote most of this shit about himself. He has a bunch of weird fucking footage that accompany the song. Most notably, he's like in a school or in what looks like a school in full fucking decked out tactical airsoft gear. There's images of like people being shot. Not images of people being shot, but basically like hand-drawn, crude drawings of what I suspect is himself, along with, I guess he has a similar face tattoo, along with like shit like this, demons. He's sitting down. He's got demons on his fucking head, and also shooting at random victims. These are all the random victims. So it's here. This is another version of that as well. So this is that same person that the police believe is a suspect, or sorry, a person of interest. Okay. Yeah, he has a literal GoPro on his head in the fucking depictions. These are archived from October 15th, 2021. However, I don't know how old the original footage is, but these are archived videos that he himself archived. Some other imagery depicted in here is like, people being shot through the chest. Don't know why he like also eliminated some of it. Like, I don't know why he like erased some of the footage. Like drew over it. And there's this constant symbol that has made his own symbol. He's made this like weird watermark his own fucking symbol, and that's what you're seeing. Okay? And I'm not going to click on any fucking Google Docs, but from what I understand, people have archived his Facebook photos in which I know he like actually went to a fucking Trump rally. Like this is one of the photos from him at a Trump rally. Dressed up like Where's Waldo. Man can get a gun, but 10-year-old sexual assault victim can't get an abortion. Land of the free? Yeah, free for who? The land of the fucking free for all. YouTube video, yes, he has the YouTube page for this person. Also has a they locked it already. They locked the Wikia at least. The YouTube page does have a video of him filming a Trump motor cage as well. The Trump motorcade. Oh shit, hold on. Some of the archive footage have animations, skateboarding videos. Randomly dancing. This. I don't know what Zada_159 is, but that seems to be his like.
That he had longer hair. His name is Robert Bobby Cremo III, 22 years old, believed to be driving a 2010 silver Honda Fit. The license plate is there on your screen. DM80653. That's an Illinois license plate, DM80653.
Pretty identifiable with the tattoos on his face. He also had some on his neck as well. We'll try to show you that picture again. Let's go to Natalie Martinez, who is in a neighborhood about a half a mile away from where the shooting took place. Huge police presence where you are, Natalie. Describe what's going on now.
It is a huge police presence, and the woman we told you about earlier continues to sound off to officers who are here. I should also mention that the street is blocked off. We're on Deerfield and McDaniel. So that is common knowledge at this point. And state police who are driving by now, very heavy presence here, coming and going. Since we spoke to you last, it has the urgency has dissipated just a little bit, but the woman who we saw on the street who may be related to the person of interest has not stopped with what sounds like a rant. She's arms waving, she's holding a piece of paper of some sort, and she has been yelling, although I can't understand what she's saying from this vantage point, at the officers who are standing there, really just kind of keeping their focus on whatever is going on down at the end of the street. We still haven't been able to determine that. We've got lots of neighbors who have now collected on the sides of the road. Not lots, I should say, about a dozen all the way to the end of the street. But considering that people have mostly stayed inside and then the rain kept a lot of people inside as well, a few more have come out since we spoke to you last, presumably to find out for themselves what's going on. We have not heard an official word from officials on the scene. Clearly, they are tied up with what's going on here. So I'll step aside once more just to show you the number of state police that have converged on this corner. You can see under the sign there are two officers talking underneath, two state police officers. Then over there we had seen FBI to the right. We had seen FBI. It looks like there's a couple state police there now, too, and armed. As far as everything goes in terms of keeping us away from the scene, they have pretty much.
There's an archive that has the Highland Main Street with a warning sign, with a siren, with a warning siren playing.
Yards away from where this conversation, I'll call it, is happening with this woman. That is the latest from where we are. So I'll send it back to you,
Natalie. I want to. Oh, sorry.
Go for it.
Let me ask you a question. So we want to clarify for the viewers here that our investigative reporter Katie Smizer, her daughter went to school with Bobby Cremo, who is a person of interest.
Chad, if we can fucking find all of this with the brain trust of fucking weirdos in here, so can the police. Okay, don't overestimate your capacity to find shit on the internet. Like, they have plenty of fucking people that also scour the fucking websites. Just because this, a lot of people that are here right now, or a lot of people on fucking poll are first to get to this sort of shit, doesn't mean that other people can't. Further into the archive footage shows him with edits of the district where the shooting occurred, with the song "Spirit in the Sky" playing in the background.
We're already on that. We've held you on the air. But it's been. All right, we learn about what's happening here too.
Thank you so much.
Natalie Martinez, and clearly they are allowing reporters to stay in a zone that they deem as safe. I mean, clearly they would tell us to push back or tell those people to go away if there was any thought that something could go down there. But we're going to stay on top of that situation. Once again, you're looking at a picture of the suspect, Bobby Cremo III, 22 years old, comes from the area, lives in the Highland Park area, and police are on the lookout now for a 2010 silver Honda Fit with Illinois license plates D as in Delta, M as in Mike, 80653. Again, that's a silver Honda Fit, Illinois DM 80653.
We want to go now, Stefan, to another account from someone who was on the scene when the shooting happened this morning.
We were just, like any normal family and just trying to enjoy the parade, and all of a sudden we just heard a bunch of shooting and everybody started running and yelling. And, you know, it was just a scary thing. I got separated from him, and I ran with my daughter, and she was scared. I was trying to find a place to hide with her, and we eventually started running, and we went to the nearest place, which was McDonald's in Highland Park. And we were there until, you know, my cousin was able to pick us up and to bring us to a secure place to stay.
How did you feel?
A little shaken. I was scared for, you know, my children, and it was just crazy experience. You know, you don't expect it. You know, it's Highland Park, and nowadays you don't feel safe now anywhere.
It's got to be alarming for anybody living in that area, anybody having to experience this. And I'm sure the entire community will be shaken for quite some time to come.
The objects and belongings left behind when people ran from the chaos. Getting word that we're expecting a news conference in about 5 minutes with Governor J.B. Pritzker and with Highland Park Police to give us an update on the investigation, to give us an update on the victims as well, as we see police still at the ready near that crime scene at 2nd and Central. Also want to play a soundbite from President Biden. Spoke from the White House moments ago. He was talking about another issue, but addressed the shooting in Highland Park and had this to say.
You all heard what happened. You all heard what happened today.
Yeah, you did great.
But each day we're reminded there's nothing guaranteed about our democracy. Nothing guaranteed about our way of life. We have to fight for it, defend it, and earn it by voting.
Okay, the president's speaking from
thank
the White
God.
House there a little bit ago. Obviously, reaction pouring in from state elected leaders about
It's great.
the shooting in Highland Park. And I think the question.
Thank God he's on it, Jack. Hey, boys, just vote harder, all right?
The why and the how did this happen? And of course, those answers will come as the investigation proceeds over the next few hours and the next few days. But clearly, the focus at this point has been on the victims and finding this gunman who is still on the loose at this point. The suspect identified as 22-year-old Bobby Cremo of Highland Park.
Armed and dangerous, so please be careful. Let's check in again with Christian Farr, who is at the scene of the parade. Christian, what's the latest? We can see some police officers behind you now.
It's still pretty much business as usual here. Still a large police presence. We're at Central and St. John, and as you can see, this is the parade route. We've got officers here from several different departments. Also, probably a little more than an hour ago, they rolled in some lights, possibly going to use those lights when it gets darker to continue their investigation. But throughout the day, have been speaking to witnesses, people who are here, set up their chairs along the parade route, expecting this to be a fantastic day before the weather turned and the rain started to fall. But before any of that happened, of course, this shooting happened 10 to 15 minutes into this parade. One of the people I did speak today to was State Senator Julie Morrison. She was actually in the parade. She was sitting in a car, I believe it was a convertible, as this was happening. Her grandchildren were with her. She was about a block away when those shots rang out. We spoke to her via a online interview, and hopefully we've got that sound right now, and she can just describe to you exactly what happened.
I'll never do a parade again. I will never ask my family and friends and my staff to subject themselves to this kind of danger. Whoever thought that a 4th of July parade was a dangerous situation? But we saw it today. I was right there. It's unbelievable. Highland Park is just one of the nicest communities. I know so many people there. I eat there, I shop there. And then to have someone shooting innocent people during a 4th of July parade, it's such a sad statement. And it's what we've become.
Yeah, State Senator Morrison, very emotional after this happened. Again, she was in a vehicle riding in the parade when she heard those shots. She thought they were fireworks, but of course, we later learned that this was gunfire, possibly coming from a rooftop. She didn't see anybody hit by the gunfire. She left here with her grandchildren. She told us later in that interview that the one thing she really is concerned about are gun laws in this country, and she says she's supposed to be heading to Springfield soon. She wants to talk about that. She wants to make some changes here in the state of Illinois. But of course, at this point, people grieving, lots of events canceled.
I'm sure people are just like,
and an
now that the shooter's name is out there,
find the shooter who's now been
now that the potential shooter, sorry,
Yes, we do.
The person of interest, his name is out there. I'm sure every single fucking psychotic, deranged weirdo who's just as crazy as the fucking person that they're talking about in the news is now rushing to be like he was Antifa. He was Antifa despite the fact that his fucking Republican dad literally ran for mayor. And also he has a video of himself with his dad, I think, filming a fucking Trump motorcade at the airport. Like, that's how big of a fucking Trump stan he was. So he's currently posting on 3 separate Twitter accounts. There's no shot he's still actively posting, dude. He is?
And they may have gotten a picture, gotten an image that could help police try to ascertain what happened. But clearly, we now know who the person of interest is.
And we want to remind you, there's still, as you mentioned, looking for video, but there's the number on your screen. If you have anything, thought anything, think you know something, 1-800-CALL-FBI is the number to call. Again, the suspect, Robert Bobby Cremo III, 22 years old, of the Highland Park area. One of our investigative producers pinpointing from McDaniel and Deerfield, which is right where Natalie Martinez is reporting. I guarantee she is in the process of investigating herself and talking to people who live in that area and may know more about this person of interest.
We're in a holding pattern right now, waiting for a news conference that is supposed to begin in the next couple of minutes, which is over at the Highland Park Fire Station. And this will be with Governor J.B. Pritzker, who will address reporters, as well as Highland Park Police and the Lake County Major Crimes Task Force, as they are giving us little bits of information throughout the afternoon and the evening about what transpired here. And, of course, keeping some things close to the vest because they realize this is still an active manhunt for the suspect, and they don't want to give away too much information that could potentially lead to trouble down the road as they try to apprehend
That's
the suspect.
true. You never know if he's watching television himself, so you really have to be careful not to give out too much information as to tip off the potential person of interest as well. We do have more video of people who were there, what they experienced, what they felt, and what they heard. I'm sorry, what are we going to do? I'm sorry, we're going to go right now to the press conference, one which is at the fire department for Highland Park. We expect to hear from Governor J.B. Pritzker. Let's check it out. You can see there right now, that is the seal of the state of Illinois.
Y'all make fucking jokes like this.
And there's Tammy Duckworth.
You're a 20-month subscriber, I'm banning you.
From the state of Illinois.
It's literally, you like, my own fucking community's like long-term simps make the worst, most awful, most idiotic fucking takes. I'm just letting you know, and I will never unban you. I will never unban you. Become a hater. I don't give a fuck. What the fuck's wrong with you? Just because I took you out of the fucking alt-right, like 4chan fucking spaces, and now you actually believe in something that is outside of like those kinds of the opinions that those kind of communities fester, does not change your behavior in the least bit. You do the exact same shit. How are you any different than dumb motherfuckers being like, Sam Hyde did this, Sam Hyde did this, when you make jokes like that? Stop being such fucking schizo freaks, dude. Stop. Be fucking normal. Be fucking normal.
Apprehend the perpetrator and protect Highland Park and nearby communities. We appreciate that President Biden has called to offer his condolences and many federal resources. Thank you to my fellow mayors who have reached out from across the country, many of whom lead communities who have experienced this pain and tragedy. Thank you to Governor Pritzker, Senator Duckworth, Congressman Schneider, Senator Morrison, Representative Morgan, and ISP Director Brendan Kelly for joining us today. Your support and assistance is appreciated and critical at this difficult time. Our community, like so many before us, is devastated. It's impossible to imagine of this tragedy until you're confronted with it. Gun violence, A mass shooting such as this casts a much wider net of agony than what the public is typically exposed to. It's a crisis that devastates entire families and communities in a single moment, and we know it's going to take a long, long time, if ever, to heal. Again, I want to extend my thanks to the people and resources who are moving this investigation forward, and we all look forward to bringing this individual to justice. On behalf of the City of Highland Park, our hearts are broken for the victims and their families. As we always do, we support each other. We are Highland Park Strong. At this time, I'd like to introduce Governor J.B. Pritzker.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor Rodering. Thank you for your leadership on this tragic day. Good afternoon. I want to begin today by honoring the heroic actions of law enforcement who ran toward the gunshots that they heard today. In particular, lives were saved because the Highland Park Police Department courageously protected and served their community. I also want to thank our Illinois State Police who have been coordinating on the ground since this morning with Highland Park PD, neighboring police forces, the County Task Force, FBI, and ATF. Our troopers will continue the investigation and search until the job is done. To the residents of Highland Park and surrounding communities, this murderer will be brought to justice. But until that happens, please follow instructions from local authorities on how best to keep you and your family safe. And please know that every resource at the state's disposal will be available to you in the days and weeks ahead as you recover from this horrific tragedy. A little while ago, I spoke with President Biden, who pledged all support the White House can provide. The president agrees with me. This madness must stop. This morning, a gunman opened fire on a July 4th parade in Highland Park, taking 6 innocent lives, leaving at least 24 people in the hospital, traumatizing countless children and families, and shattering the peace of this community.
It is kind of wild to fucking say congratulations to the law enforcement when, like, this dude achieved his goal, you know what I mean? And he's still at large. Like, that's a wild thing. I mean, whatever. He's got to say what he's got to say.
For
but
the kind of evil that shows up at a public celebration of freedom.
I guess we can yell at them when cops are very fucking. They're very fickle.
There are no words I can offer to lessen the pain of those families who will no longer associate the 4th of July with celebration.
They'll maybe, God forbid, they hear your mean words, like they might stop. You know.
Please know that our state grieves with you. That MK and I and our family grieve with you. It is devastating that a celebration of America was ripped apart by our uniquely American plague. A day dedicated to freedom has put into stark relief the one freedom we as a nation refuse to uphold, the freedom of our fellow citizens to live without the daily fear of gun violence. You know what I love about 4th of July? We celebrate the founding of this wonderful nation by gathering with family and friends and enjoying parades and fireworks. Our cameras on days like this are filled with messy faces and reckless smiles and pretty sunsets, an effort to bottle up that unique feeling of sun-filled joy. That's what evil took from us today. That's what gun violence robs us of, no matter the neighborhood or the city it erupts in. If you're angry today, I'm here to tell you, be angry. I'm furious. I'm furious that yet more innocent lives were taken by gun violence. I'm furious that their loved ones are forever broken by what took place today. I'm furious that children and their families have been traumatized. I'm furious that this is happening in communities all across Illinois and America. I'm furious because it does not have to be this way. And yet we as a nation, well, we continue to allow this to happen. While we celebrate the 4th of July just once a year, mass shootings have become our weekly, yes, weekly, American tradition. There are going to be people who say that today is not the day, that now is not the time to talk about guns. I'm telling you, there is no better day and no better time than right here and right now. It's the 4th of July. A day for reflection on our freedoms. Our founders carried muskets, not assault weapons. And I don't think a single one of them would have said that you have a constitutional right to an assault weapon with a high-capacity magazine, or that that is more important than the right of the people who attended this parade today to live. Yes, I'm angry. We as a nation deserve better. Let us pray for the injured and those who are still in the hospital tonight. And may the memory of those we lost today be a blessing and a call to action. I want to turn the podium over to our Senator Tammy Duckworth.
You need to bring the microphone? No, I got it. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Governor. This morning, I got up, like most Americans.
Thank you, Aisha Esquire.
Like the families of the 6 who were killed, to celebrate life,
For the 25, get this up.
and the pursuit of happiness. Those 6 families no longer have that opportunity. My heart goes out to those families who will never see their loved ones again. And I've made it clear to both Governor Pritzker and Mayor Rodering that I would do whatever I can at the federal level to get them the resources they need, not just to catch a shooter, but to help Highland Park recover from this tragedy. I was just on the phone with Senator Durbin, who is driving here as quickly as he possibly can to come to Highland Park. And he also sends his condolences and his thoughts. And you know, he and I recently in the Senate last month proved that bipartisan compromise on gun safety is possible. Today, we have seen that we can't just stop there. We have to do more to keep our communities safe. We have to get rid of assault weapons, high-capacity magazines, and so many other additional common-sense reforms that wide majorities of Americans are crying out for. And so today I will go home and hug my babies a little tighter in gratefulness that they are safe. But I think about the babies and the families who lost moms and dads and grandparents today. And we must do more. I just listened to the sound of that gunfire from one of the videos that was captured.
You think SCOTUS will do something about gun control now that the wealthy, mostly white community got affected? No.
A weapon with that capacity firing that rapidly on a 4th of July was Iraq. It was not the United States of America. We can and we should and we will do better. So I just want to thank the mayor for everything that she's done. The president gave me a call as well. The White House did. And we also just spoke to the Secretary of Homeland Security, who also have pledged to send all the resources that we need. With that, I'm going to turn this back over to Governor Pritzker.
Cool. I can take a couple of questions.
Governor, any update about the suspect so far? Something that you know about the suspect?
Let's turn it over to the chief.
Yeah, so there's not an update right now. So give us a little time to have our officers and detectives and investigators continue their work. We're working diligently and as hard as we can. As you know, these things move very, very quickly, and a lot of information is coming in rapidly. We're trying to sort through what's credible, what's not credible in our pursuit of the person of interest. So nothing new as we stand here, but as soon as we know something new, we will definitely bring it to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Governor J.B. Pritzker and Senator Tammy Duckworth bringing comments and relaying condolences, and also hearing from the mayor, Nancy Rodering. Remarkable, sad tragic day in Highland Park, Illinois. I was struck by what Tammy Duckworth just said, our senator who is an Iraq War veteran who was injured in Iraq, saying the last time she heard rapid gunfire like she did on one of the videos of the shooting was on the 4th of July, was actually while she was in combat in Iraq. That says a lot right there. Marianne Ahern, I understand, is nearby on the scene, or not on the scene, Marianne, but I know you have been working the phones, and I know you've been receiving all sorts of responses. Tell us, what's been the political response that you're hearing?
Someone in the chat said...
the response has been rapid from all...
Someone in the chat said it's pretty wild that Nancy Pelosi hasn't texted me yet, and I'm not going to lie, I feel kind of weird. Did a catastrophe or a tragic event actually take place if Nancy Pelosi doesn't text you demanding money? I guess she's on holiday. Her staffers are out.
This is someone who is thinking about running for president.
I don't know. I'm surprised. Maybe they're just wine drunk and fucking...
This murderer will be brought to justice. You could hear it in his demeanor. You can see
What is
it
this?
in his actions that he is thinking not just beyond the governor's race.
Bro, every single thing you see now that comes out, now that the shooter's name is out there, every single thing that you see that is now going to come out, unless there's like verifiable media from like a long time ago, is going to have a lot of fucking, like, this. You're saying this is his fan club, right? This most likely had, a couple hours ago, this probably had fucking 10 followers. And now it's sitting at 227. The reason why it's sitting at 227 is because people like you go there and fucking follow immediately. Okay? So if you think that like this is real, you're out of your mind. I mean, his YouTube page, when I first clicked on it, had his archive YouTube page had three followers. When I clicked on it, I think YouTube might have taken it down already. I tried to, catch as many as I could. Yeah. Before it got fucking terminated, it is clapped now. But before it got terminated, it was sitting at fucking thousands. Or no, not the YouTube. The YouTube had like 400 plus. So I'm letting you know, like, whenever stuff like this happens, people love, tracing it, looking at the origin. But that doesn't imply for people who are coming in later, people who are late to the party, who come in and think that those numbers are actually important. They're not. Those numbers are not significant. At least 5 dead, 16 wounded at Independence Day parade shooting. We have a culture problem. We have an accountability problem. Finding excuses for criminal and demonizing police. That's what it is. Because it seems like he was a fucking... I scrapped all this shit. Just let me know if you need any of this, any of his incredible work for research. Yeah, no. He's not a fucking phenom rapper. He's a spoiled little fucking pasty shithead who is the son of a small business owner turned fucking a failed Republican mayoral candidate who, with the money that he got from his fucking, upper middle class, from what I can see, family, was able to create the presence of a rap career, but he was extremely fucking online. And basically fucking wrote his own bio everywhere, calling himself a phenom. We have a left-wing socialist problem. Someone is pulling the strings, though, most likely China. This is r/conservative, by the way. These are supposed to be the reasonable guys. Here it is. Law enforcement assistance. Olfen, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Here. Alias is Bobby, September 20th, 2000. brown eyes, 120 pounds. He's male. Scars and marks. Cremo 3 has the following tattoos: 4 tally marks with a line through them on his right cheek, which is the exact same fucking drawing that he put out there when he was doing a school shooting, the crude drawing of a school shooting. Of course, he's a $120. Obviously, that's not surprising. He's 5'11", thin. He's white, and his hair is brown, and it's neck length. He name dropped Shapiro in one of his songs. Wait, which one? And motherfuckers are already reposting his shit. Yeah, but this is what we saw already.
Hi there, kids. Welcome to the...
This is the song that he did about doing a school shooting. Anyway, this part is like whatever. There's like different versions of this that was archived. I'm sure YouTube will take this shit down too. I think it gets like really weird after 220. I don't even want to show this, to be honest. I don't think we should show this. Fuck this piece of shit. This fucking loser, dumbass, psycho. Yeah, fuck this lame ass dude. But to the people who keep saying like, oh man, left-wing socialism, this is left-wing socialism, this is Antifa. Motherfucker's not Antifa, bro. Okay? I know, he's wearing a Trump flag on his Twitter account. He fucking, yeah, he's not a fucking lefty, okay? He's such a fucking Trump stan that he quite literally went to a Trump motorcade. Like, bro, him and his dad is a Republican mayoral candidate, a failed Republican mayoral candidate, and this motherfucker is already like, he's not Antifa, he's FA, okay? That's what he is. He's not Antifa. But it doesn't matter because Republicans literally look to shit like this. Bro, Republicans fucking say Antifa did January 6th, man. Republicans said Antifa did January 6th. Why would you expect them not to say every shooter is trans and Antifa? They're fucking crazy. That's what I'm talking about. Like, they literally, they're fucking insane. What? Oh, he mentioned Shapiro? Okay, I'll look at this. Oh, this is his last song that he posted like a couple months ago. It's also on his fucking Twitter page. What is it, 30 seconds? I'm a zero to hero. Y'all been like Shapiro? Fuck does that even mean? And he's a fucking weeb, dude. Jesus Christ. Yeah, he's that's him at a fucking Trump rally standing under a Blue Lives Matter flag. every time shit like this happens, there's like multiple people that want to do the same exact shit too. Like it's just so fucking. All right, last song on that album is "I Am the Storm." Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be surprising if you also went fucking QAnon. What do you think about the conservatives saying that there's no way he's conservative? He did this on July 4th. Bro, what did I just tell you? Dog, conservatives said that January 6th was done by Antifa. Why would you ever try to fucking reason with these motherfuckers, bro? He's got a Trump flag on this photo. Why would you ever literally look to what conservatives have to say? Bro, they fucking purposefully or... Conservatives have never been able to arrive at the truth in any of these circumstances. Okay? Like, if you look at r/conservative, they're like, yeah, this is somehow China's responsible. It's like, bro, you're like, even the most reasonable conservative, which is oxymoronic to begin with. This isn't a left or right issue. Don't blame the party, idiot. Man, what the fuck are you talking about? This is a people issue? What does that even mean? Like, fuck both parties, for real. But, like, what kind of dumb shit is this? I mean, no, he is already deranged, and that's probably why he's such a fucking avid Trump supporter. Do you understand? That's what happens. It just comes with the territory. I'm quite literally telling people, like, don't try to fucking reason with conservatives who are being like, oh, well, conservatives are saying this, conservatives are saying that. Who gives a fuck what conservatives are saying? They literally looked at January 6th and said, Antifa did this. Bro, I know people whose fucking distant relatives went to January 6th who said Antifa is responsible for January 6th. Motherfucker, you were there. You were there, dog. How are you saying this? Like, you were literally there, and you're saying Antifa did it. Distant relatives of your friend Pepela? Yeah. What, are you acting like you're super far removed from like knowing friends, family members? Or even your own family members that probably fucking went to January 6th? Hella people went, bro. Republicans, January 6th didn't happen. Also, if it did, it was a peaceful protest. Also, if it wasn't peaceful, it was Antifa. The irony is also some of them simultaneously were like, well, you know, it's all right that, you know, a little bit of violence happened at the day. Anyway, Cremo III also has ties to Rockford, DeKalb, and Elgin, Illinois. FBI is investigating in Chicago, is assisting the Lake County Major Crimes Task Force in Illinois in search of Robert E. Cremo III. Being sought for his alleged involvement in the shootings of multiple individuals at an Independence Day parade in Highland Park, Illinois at approximately 10 a.m. for July 4th, 2022. At least 6 people were killed. Elgin? I don't fucking... I'm not... English is my second language, you fucking dick sucks. Shut up. Christ, everybody fucking freaks out. You also have to remember, like, no offense, brother, but you are Omega Americanized, dog. Doesn't matter. When you learn English and it's your fucking second language, and for the first 18 years of your life, you actually learned a different language that actually makes sense from a, what is it, mnemonic? Is that what the right word is? Like where you can actually sound off a fucking word, whereas English having like the absolute fucking worst phonetic, not mnemonic, phonetic. English doesn't make sense phonetically. You understand that, right? See, I'm forgetting words. And anyone whose language, English is not their fucking first language, knows that it doesn't make sense. You have to learn it. And not only that, but they also fucking go to like additional weird ways of spelling shit, like Arkansas. Kansas is Kansas, but Arkansas is Arkansas. Explain that shit to me. You can't. It makes no fucking sense. So shut the fuck up. Why isn't it Arkansas? He's a gamer. Jericho's a deviant androids. Do you think that's where it comes from? Do you think that's... I mean, this logo looks exactly like that, but... Do you think he loves... Like, that's a bit of a reach. I think the likelihood that he made this his logo because he wanted the fucking Iron Cross. He wanted to make like an Iron Cross swastika fucking mixture is probably a little bit more likely than he wanted to liberate androids in a fucking like David Cage game or whatever. It is true, dude. I saw on his Discord he had a profile picture of Android 17 from Dragon Ball Z. Bro, there's no way this guy is like this deep in the cut. Even the kid decided to mass shoot. I think he probably has some real dumb ideas. Yeah, of course. No one is looking into this so they can... No one is looking into this so they can fucking find sanity. They're looking into it because people are just like fascinated with shit like this. Watch an hour essay about cryptocurrency Nazis and how much shit they hide in Bored Apes. Wouldn't be shocked. I don't know. His last Facebook post said, "You're all a bunch of sinners. Definitely some religious brain rot going on." I don't know. I have plenty of fucking videos from his YouTube that were taken down, chatter. I know. All I'm saying is, you know, his ass fucking made all those fan accounts. There ain't no fucking way this dude actually had real fans, okay? Everything about him is perfectly crafted by a dude with a lot of free time on his hands, okay? It's typical. Discord was actually active, so there were some fans. Yeah, oh, is that right, chatter? Because when we first fucking found his Discord, there were 22 members in it. I'm sure it's active now because half of you dummies are in there writing shit, thinking you're so fucking funny. No, that's what I'm saying, bro. Since his name came out, immediately everybody fucking stormed. No, I went back and read the logs, bitch. Okay, bro. There were literally 22 fucking people in that Discord originally. And it's gone already. They're already trying to blame trans people? Context, the pictures of Robert Crimo, trans shooter from Chicago, says fucking QAnon pedophile. I wonder why these QAnon pedophiles. They're already doing it. They're already, dude. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I hate these motherfuckers so much. It's just such a lame. The two sides of 4chan. The one side loves going in the fucking Discord servers of the shooter and writing dumb shit. The other side immediately finds a way to fucking blame trans people. When the shooter himself is clearly a Trump supporter. And like weird into crypto numerology and stuff like that. Very obviously unwell. Chat's been fucking weird today, not gonna lie. Yeah, we already said he's like... Yeah. There you go. Suspect in a Highland Park. See? All right. Now we got some fucking... Now we got some people doing the exact same thing that we were doing already. Like a sleepwalker, unable to stop and think my actions will be valiant, and my thought is unnecessary. I know what I have to do. Several of these videos have been up for months. Crimo used to perform under as Awake the Rapper and received a large number of streams on YouTube, as we already talked about. This is a good way to wrap this part up. YouTube, before they were removed from YouTube for unclear reasons. According to a fan page, Crimo stopped producing music after that. Have you gotten laid recently? You seem relaxed today. Yeah, I did. Last night. Chat knows who I fucked last night. Yep, there it is. Chat is already clapping. They already know. They're clapping like I clapped your mom. They're clapping like your mom's ass cheeks. Why is this chat so far right or far left at all time? Violence in any matter is horrible. Stop making it into politics all the time. Bro, there is no fucking way this homie is out here saying you are so against brutality from the police, which are wrong. What do you think of all the looting, thieves beating each other up over IMAX? Hey guys, care to tell me what you think this fucking guy's opinion is? We found another centrist in the wild, chat. Conservative guy does like does fucking mass shooting. Interesting fucking perspective from the centrist. Another Muslim attack in Europe. Rip USA for the next 4 years. GG, WP, USA, China's puppet again. Bro, that's so cool. I love when centrists are in the chat and then like 3 logs down, you find out that they're not actually centrist. They're like literally just a Republican. I'm always so right on this, bro. Danish conservative. Facts are facts. I'm not creating the stories. Sad face. I'm not creating the stories. So far, these videos do not appear to have a specific ideological tone. Cremo may be suffering from severe mental illness, but that's purely speculation based on the nature of some of his non-rap videos. Symbol used in his videos appears to be something he used during his rap career. Former music partner Cremo speaks out on the wake of the tragedy. Robert and again I am now removing my Tarot EP off all streaming services. Robert and I began to drift apart slowly after releasing the EP as I was still growing up and figuring out how to become my own man. You can't control the actions of past consequences. Wait until Skinny McBenzo was a Bernie supporter. Yeah, Bernie supporters famously are fucking always draping themselves up with the fucking Trump flag. That's so cool, though. Thanks for that take, man. Thanks for, like, wishing that a mass shooter is, like, your ideological enemy. You know what I mean? That's a normal and reasonable fucking first approach. That's cool, though. That was good analysis, dude. Bernie Sanders, famously an advocate for, you know, easily acquirable and achievable assault weapons. Don't give me the fucking Vermont bill shit either, by the way. Bernie's always been a advocate for common sense gun regulation. Motherfuckers, Blue Lives Matter, goes to Trump rallies, goes to the Trump, finds the Trump motorcade, and homies are still out here being like, probably a Bernie guy. Great. Hey, I know you got some evidence showcasing that, you know, the shooter is probably a conservative, but have you thought about a world in which he wasn't? A lot of people have been sharing a photo of Cremo attending a Trump rally. I've also seen videos of him waiting to see Trump's motorcade. As someone who reports on extremism, I would encourage people not to jump to conclusions about the motivation. Cremo does appear to have been active in some right-wing political events. See this photo to the left, in which he's wearing the same shirt seen in one of the videos at his right-wing protest. In other words, he's saying it's not a random white kid that makes rap manifesto videos on shooting people to worry about. It's all the black and brown people. That's the real criminals law. What a racist little bitch that chatter is. Yeah. Saying it is because he likes Trump is sort of short-sighted. What about the years of being bullied? Bro, did you not understand what I'm saying? Liking Trump is just a byproduct of the mental illness, okay? I'm not one of those fucking liberals who's like, oh man, he did this because he likes Trump. Like, I never fucking mentioned that. Also, The idea that like bullying is leading him to do mass shootings like is fucking insane. I was bullied, motherfucker. We're on Twitch. There's 46,000 people in the chat right now. I'm willing to bet like 25, at least 25K have been bullied. Are currently in the process of being bullied. Okay, even as fucking adults. And you're out here being like, whoa, what about the bullying? It was a terminally online incel. What is he saying? Oh, what is Andy NGO? More photos of Robert Cremo. What's he saying? What's the speculation that he's making? Oh, he put the fucking fists because he wants to say he's a communist, right? That's what this limp dick's gonna say, right? God damn it, dude. Awesome. Let's return to blaming everything on the mentally ill. Brothers, there are a million people. There's the same level of mental illness in America as there is in other countries. Okay? This does not change the reality of gun violence in this country. Feel me? Obviously, exactly what the fuck is HP? That one chatter kept mentioning it. I think he's talking about me, maybe. He's saying Hasan Piker, like they're calling me HP or something. I don't fucking know. Dude, what is happening? Do we have like... I'm genuinely curious why whenever there's a shooting, this whole stream is dedicated to debating whether or not the shooter's from the left or right. Just seems like there are more important things. Not trying to be a centrist, just curious of what matters. Are we getting botted? What the fuck is wrong with people? When I'm covering the shooter's ideological background, I'm covering it as a defense against the people like Andy No and others who claim that he's trans. Others who claim that he's like actually a leftist Antifa. Do you not hear it? And then also tying it back to, doesn't matter what their fucking political ideological background is. It ultimately has everything to do with the ease and accessibility of weapons. When I give you further details on his actual background, that is to go against the brigade of people that are claiming right now that this dude is a fucking leftist. Oh, HP Highland Park. Of course, like the likelihood that you're going to engage in violent actions as someone who's like reactionary MAGA. Like the problem is people just when you're right wing, you can hide. You can mask your violent interests under the guise of systemic violence. Systemic violence is often reactionary, even if it's being pushed. Systemic violence is just reactionary, even when it's being pushed by a Democratic Party. Which is why plenty of reactionary people can get away with saying incredibly violent things by moving the violence over to the hands of the state. They can shift their violent desires by asking for more of that state violence that is normalized. Okay? Insane how you're talking about a shooting while wearing an anime jacket. Yes, welcome to... Simulation is broken. Yes, welcome to the internet. That's how it is. And when I mention what is to be done, When I mentioned like how we can prevent certain things like this from happening in the future, I'm not coming at it. I'm not coming at it from a fucking what do you call it? I'm not coming at it from a fucking political point of view other than like finding a solution to the fucking problem of mass availability of guns. Yeah, look at that. It's going to be a real long night for Andy No. Something turning him into a woke Antifa soldier. Better put his reading glasses on. Yeah. We already covered what Darren Bailey, Illinois state senator who's running for governor, said. He said, move on and party, which is kind of what Joe Brandon said, too. He just said it in like a more polite way, a more Democrat way. You know what I mean? In any case, the likelihood that these sorts of shootings are happening at the hands of people who are right wing is just a much, much higher statistical probability. Much, much higher probability. And the reason for that is because reactionary perspectives are super commonplace. Reactionary perspectives are inherently violent. And they can oftentimes mask itself under the guise of systemic violence, state violence. They really do think it's the hair. Yeah, color hair, that's Antifa. Oh, yeah, he's obviously your typical Trump supporting conservative, Lamau. I think the blue and pink hair is a dead giveaway. Brother, what do you mean the blue and pink hair is a dead giveaway? This is a universal thing now. There's plenty of fucking Trumpies who love, they have face tattoos. They have fucking actual colored hair. Like, this doesn't mean anything. It's so funny that homie's trying so desperately to make it seem like that. Like that's what he wants in his little heart.
Stun lock to the stun lock to the topic that's just begun. There he is again. Hasan is streaming. Hasan is streaming. There he is again. Hasan is streaming.